Y'all, this is a little spicy, but I have thoughts.
Donald Trump would not have won the 2016 election if it weren't for spoiler candidates like Jill Stein and Gary Johnson pulling votes away from Hillary Clinton. And this time around, Democrats are not playing. We are firing on all cylinders, and I want to show you this video of Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Representative AOC, absolutely shredding Jill Stein for being a spoiler candidate who only pops up every 4 years to pull votes away from Democrats without actually building a coalition in between elections, which is what somebody would do if they were actually serious about building power in America. I don't want to waste any of your time. Let's jump into this. Make sure you leave a like on this video and make sure you're subscribed to the Mockler channel. To lay some quick groundwork, this article is titled How Gary Johnson and Jill Stein Got Donald Trump Elected. Neither Libertarian Party nominee Gary Johnson nor the Green Party's Jill Stein managed to make a dent in the Electoral College in 2016, but they did pose a significant enough threat in several states to arguably help elect Donald Trump. And the 2016 election was won by tens of thousands of votes in key swing states, so having these spoiler candidates did not help Hillary Clinton. This brings us to AOC shredding Jill Stein for again running in 2020, running in 2024, and AOC has really made a great evolution that we'll talk about after this video.
Y'all, this is a little spicy, but I have thoughts. I feel like I should save this for a live. I'm not coming for people who are thinking about this. I'll talk to you. What I have a problem with is the fact that if you are running for president, you are the de facto leader of your party. And first of all, trust me on this. I run as a third-party candidate in New York. I'm also run as a Working Families Party candidate in addition to running as a Democrat. Because trust me, I've been on record about my criticisms of a two-party system. So this is not about that. But you are the leader of your party. And if you run for years and years and years and years and years in a row, and your party has not grown, and you don't add city council seats, and you don't add down ballot candidates, and you don't add state electeds, that's bad leadership. And that to me is what's upsetting. Because if you have been your party's nominee for 12 years in a row, 4 years ago and 4 years before that and 4 years before that, and you cannot grow your movement pretty much at all, and can't pursue any successful strategy, and all you do is show up once every 4 years to speak to people who are justifiably pissed off, but you're just showing up once every 4 years to do that, you're not serious. You're not to me, it does not read as authentic. It reads as predatory. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it. Because as a person, I endorse Working Families Party candidates. I endorse DSA candidates. I take risks, and I endorse even in primaries against Democrats when it's merited. What does this person do to grow power?
AOC hit the nail on the head when she said that Jill Stein is not a serious candidate. People like RFK Jr. this time around, they are not serious candidates. They only exist to pull votes away. And if Jill Stein was serious about gaining power, she would build a coalition in the government and do that. She would have Green Party governors like AOC said. So I'm very, very happy that AOC came out and said that to dissuade voters, dissuade people who are on the fence from voting third party, because whether we like it or not, I have a lot of friends who are, say, 20, 21 years old, and they think that both parties suck. They just want to vote third party, and it doesn't make sense. Adam Carlson on Twitter said, watching AOC's very public evolution on aspects of idealism versus pragmatism in real time over the past 6 years has been so relatable and refreshing. Her values haven't changed whatsoever, but she actually wants to effect tangible change rather than just yell from the sidelines. And this is something that I totally, absolutely agree with. When we talk about people like Jill Stein, who is a fake progressive, I will say, she is a progressive that just likes to virtue signal and tweet without actually gaining power, versus somebody like AOC, who has been working within these systems to actually pass bills that affect people's lives. I think AOC is the real progressive. I know AOC is the real progressive. When she says, quote, what does this person do to grow power? She's illustrating the point that Jill Stein never actually builds this coalition position in the government. And talking about actually getting out the vote, I'm doing an event in Wisconsin where we are signing up voters. If you live in or around Wisconsin, in Milwaukee, we are doing an event in early October where we're door knocking, signing voters up, and having some fun. You get to meet me. The link will be in the description below. Again, in Wisconsin this October. And that's how you build power. Politics is for power at the end of the day, and the goal should be to sign up voters, and Jill Stein can't do that, which proves that she is a spoiler candidate who at the end of the day only helps Vladimir Putin. Because how much does Vladimir Putin benefit when you have third-party candidates who pull votes away from the liberal candidates, the candidates who want to protect liberalism abroad, and these candidates at the same time boost the illiberal candidates like Donald Trump, who if he got back into office would leave Ukraine to the wolves, would embolden authoritarian dictators like Xi Jinping, like Vladimir Putin, like Kim Jong-un, who he always gets along with. He doesn't get along with all of our Western liberal allies, but he gets along with all of these authoritarian leaders. So, how much does Vladimir Putin benefit when a Jill Stein, for example, runs every 4 years, coincidentally, conveniently, every 4 years, just to pull votes away from President Biden without actually making any real change? It is like a wet dream for Vladimir Putin. Here's a prime example from Donald Trump's interview with Mark Levin tonight, where he is talking trash about liberals in America like Adam Shifty Schiff, Donald Trump's words, not mine, while sort of praising Vladimir Putin, or at least talking about him in a neutral tone.
Than me, but we were having a problem. You had Adam Shifty Schiff and all these bad people, including Hillary and others, coming up with this Russia hoax. And I told Putin, I said, you know, it's a shame because we could have done a lot of business, the countries together, but with this whole fake thing that's going on, and he understood that. I said, it's a fake deal. He actually said to me, he said, it's tough to make a deal now. I said, you're right, it's tough. They created a fake narrative.
Notice how Donald Trump said all of these bad people like Adam Schiff, like Hillary Clinton, and then he moves on to talking about Vladimir Putin like he segmented out liberals in America as these evil people, whereas Vladimir Putin is someone who we can negotiate with and make a deal with, when Vladimir Putin's entire existence is antithetical to liberalism in the West. Vladimir Putin deeply, deeply hates liberalism. It's deeply entrenched in him to hate marriage equality, hate the equality of people, and I guess Donald Trump has that in him himself, because if he actually cared about America, he would be willing to meet in the middle with the liberals that exist in America who actually want to better this country. And that actually just goes back to Gary Johnson and Jill Stein. Donald Trump loves when there are third-party spoiler candidates who only exist to benefit him. This article is about 2016, Gary Johnson and Jill Stein. This time it was more like RFK Jr., and I'm actually very happy that AOC is recognizing this, because when she first came into politics, her and the squad, they have amazing ideals and policies, but they didn't know how to negotiate them in practice, and AOC has gotten to a point where she can lead so effectively that I could see her being president or vice president someday, or in a very high position of power like the Speaker of the House, because of her ability to reach an agreement with the other side and actually build a coalition. Either way, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.